So you're interested in this whole entrepreneurship thing. Congratulations, I think that's a great decision. Listen, entrepreneurship can make you a ton of money, take you all over the world, and just open your life up to new opportunities and experiences if you let it. But there are a few things that I think you need to know before you take that deep dive, so let's talk about it. Dr. Tracy Timberlake here. I'm an award-winning business coach, and I help entrepreneurs, leaders, and influencers show up as powerhouses in the online space. Today, we are going to talk about the 10 things that you probably need to know before you dive into full-time entrepreneurship. Now, over 10,000 people have taken my trainings and workshops and courses, and I've talked to a whole bunch of people, and based off of those conversations, I put together this list just for you, so let's get started. Number 1, money is easy, but the mindset to get it is not. So here's the thing, there's an overwhelming abundance of money that is circulating this planet. There's literally not scarcity when it comes to the amount of money that exists. So money is changing hands every single second of the day. The issue is trying to get that money to go from where it is right now into your bank account. And that requires a very certain and specific kind of mindset. So if you grew up with a mindset that says that money is scarce, if you grew up with a mindset that says it takes a ton of work, it takes a long time, you have to be super smart, you have to be super educated, you have to be super successful in order to get money, well, that is going to affect your ability to call it into your experience. The majority of people do not grow up in a household where having a healthy money mindset or a healthy wealth consciousness is available to them. So changing your framework, shifting how you think about money is going to help you significantly when it comes to making it. Number 2, when you start your business, you cannot expect for everyone to be on board. And that's just the reality of it. Because the truth is the majority of people in your life probably are not entrepreneurs. They are probably regular people, they work, they have 9-to-5 jobs, and so their paradigm of understanding entrepreneurship is a little bit skewed because they've never experienced it and they don't have any evidence that it works, at least not for them. So you are having to combat all of your own doubts and fears plus other people's doubts and fears, and that can be a lot to take on. So I just want you to be aware that when you make this announcement, everyone's not going to be supportive, and that's okay. Sometimes you just have to set really good boundaries for yourself and say, hey, mom, dad, brother, sister, best friend, whatever, like, I cannot talk to you about my business right now because I need to focus on it, or because I really need to just be tunnel vision about it. You know, you just don't want negative people speaking into it. Now, here's the thing. They're not being negative because they're inherently negative necessarily. Some people are, but most people won't be. They're just doing it because they love you and they want to protect you and they don't want you to fail, right? But failure is a choice. Like, you don't have to actually fail. You could be successful. And what if that happened? What if you were successful at this? And I want you to focus on that question and not what happens if I fail, or can I actually do this, right? So keep that in mind. Everyone's not going to understand, and that's totally okay. You don't need for everyone to be on board for you to be at peace about your decision. Number 3, don't underestimate the time that it's going to take for you to get from point A to point Z. You know, a lot of the things that we see in the online space, we're seeing end products, we're seeing results, we're seeing what people are right now, right? You're not seeing the entire journey necessarily. You're not seeing them up at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to figure things out. You're not seeing the blood and the sweat and the tears. Not that it requires all of those things to be successful, but the truth is that we have to learn a lot of things for us to get to where we want to go. So there's no timeline that you have to follow. You don't have to say, well, in 3 years I'm definitely going to make it, or in 5 years I'm going to be here. It can happen as fast as you want it to happen. What I tell my clients typically is, if you want to get there faster, then you have to learn faster, right? Because there are things that you're going to need to know in order to experience the thing that you want. For example, if you want to start a clothing company and you don't know how to design clothes, well, you have to learn how to design clothes, right? So there are things that you have to learn in the interim. The learning process can take a little bit of time. So don't think that the millions of dollars are going to come flooding into your bank account in 6 weeks. While it can, it doesn't typically happen that way. And this is really not me being negative. Believe me, I'm like super positive about things. I'm like your yes person. But I just want you to know, like, patience is a requirement when you're building a business. So be patient with the growth, be patient with yourself, be patient with other people, and just don't underestimate the time that it's going to take. It's going to take as long as it takes. Your work is to be committed and to do the things that you say you're going to do. Show up every single day. Number 4, trust your yourself. You know, I could probably do an entire video on this, and I probably will at some point, but we don't grow up learning how to trust ourselves and our own intuition and our own inner guidance to make decisions about the things that we desire. We let a lot of external factors, a lot of external people, a lot of external power speak into like how we live our lives. And so I want you to really learn to trust yourself. Tap in, tune in, whatever you need to do that. I'm a faith-based person, I'm a Christian person, and so it's like me and Jesus. We're sitting together and we're mapping out my business. You know, a lot of my day in the morning especially is spent with me just being quiet and silent and listening, right? And then trusting what comes out of that time and space. And so if you have things that you want to do that may be different than what everybody else is doing in your industry, in your life, whatever, but you feel very led to do it, I want you to learn to trust that instinct and intuition and to go with it, right? Because so much of building your business is going to be about you making decisions. Well, if you don't trust the decisions that you're making, and if you second guess everything or overthink everything, well, then this is not going to work, right? You're in charge, you're the CEO, so make CEO decisions, but you have to do that by trusting yourself first. Number 5, and this isn't in no particular order, but number 5 is to do money making activities on a regular basis. You know, I work with so many people where in the beginning stages of their business, they get really hung up on like things that aren't necessarily going to make them money, like building a website. If I tell somebody you need a website, they will spend 4 weeks trying to build the perfect website. Now, I'm not saying don't have a good website. I'm not saying, you know, don't be excellent at it. But what I'm saying is that people can use that as an excuse to not show up in all of the other areas where they're going to actually generate revenue for their business. And then they'll use it as an excuse. Well, I can't make a YouTube video because I don't have my website done, or I can't, you know, go speak at that speaking engagement because I don't have my website done. When the truth of the matter is you're just using the website as like a distraction from the main thing, which is, you know, money making activities. That's why you started a business, to make money. So don't be distracted by things that don't make you a ton of money. You can always outsource or keep it as simple as possible, but focus on revenue generating, money making activities, especially in the beginning stages of your business. Number 6, you know, and this is attached to sales, because when you start a business, well, guess what? You're gonna have to sell something. And a lot of time people don't like that. They don't like being salesy. They don't want to, you know, make it seem like they're selling all the time, right? And so if you switch your focus from thinking about being salesy to being of service, then it helps a great deal. Now, most of my clients are service-based type entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, motivational speakers, authors, and they have things to sell, packages, programs, courses, but the focus needs to always be on how this product is going to serve their client, not how am I going to sell all the units of this particular thing. When you focus on serving people and not on just being salesy, then it really helps to shift your mind frame and helps you with communicating the value and why somebody needs it versus let me just sell as many as possible so that I can make as much money as possible, right? Service over sales always. 7 is participation. You have to participate in the thing that you are wanting to build. There's just no way around that. You know, even if you hire a business coach and a copywriter and a social media manager and a virtual assistant and an in-person assistant and a stylist, like, and all of these things, you can hire out a lot of those things, right? You'd be spending probably $25,000 a month to hire all those people, but you still have to show up for your business. You cannot expect for somebody to build your business for you, especially because the vision was given to you. So you have to show up for it. You have to show up on social media. Only you can do a live stream, right? You can't outsource that. You can't be like, Alexa, do a live stream for me. Like, you can't do that, right? You have to show up for your business, participate in the thing that you want to build. And here's another tip. Participate every day. Do something every single day for your business. I don't care if you're only doing it for 25 minutes a day. Listen, we all have 25 to 30 minutes a day that we can do something. Create a social media post, do a live stream, make a YouTube video, edit a YouTube video, upload a YouTube video, right? You can have any kind of business you want. You can achieve any goal that you want. You can have any dream that you want, live any kind of life that you want, but you have to be the one showing up for it. Day in, day out, participate. Number 8 is automate. You want to automate as many systems as you can so that you're not working 24/7. You know, entrepreneurship doesn't mean that you should be working 120 hours a week in your business. It means that you're working smarter, not harder. And part of working smarter is to make sure that you have a lot of the back end things automated. Your email system, you know, introduction to your people in your website. You can automate videos and social media posts, like all that stuff can get scheduled so that you're not physically doing it, you know, at every single hour of the day. So automate whenever you can. Number 9, this is a big one. Presentation matters. We're just living in a time and space where crap quality things is just unacceptable at this point, right? There are a lot of people who probably are doing the thing that you want to do. If you look at their businesses and you look at their business model, you can see the kind of pictures that they're putting out. You can see the kind of videos that they're putting out. You can see the kind of blog posts or articles they're writing, right? You can see the quality of that content. When you're creating your own collateral, I want you to keep that in mind. I want you to create collateral and create content that is the highest quality that you possibly can with the tools that you have. Now, here's the cool thing. If you're making videos, for example, you don't have to go out and buy like a $1,000 DSLR camera. You can make videos with your cell phone because your cell phone shoots in HD. Just make sure that you're using the HD feature. If you're taking pictures, well, guess what? iPhone photography is actually very popular, and you can do a lot of great things with iPhones and how they shoot, like the kind of quality of images that they shoot. So you're not having to go out and hire tens of thousands of dollars worth of professionals to do it, but I just want you to not cut corners because you don't have to, right? You probably have a lot of these tools in your back pocket and you can do a lot of things with your phone. And last but certainly not least, please get help. Like, no one told you you had to be a superhuman. No one told you you had to be super entrepreneur. Let me do all of this on my own, by myself, all the time, with myself, at every given moment of the day. There are tons of videos that are available for you, tons of free resources and content. I create a ton of free resources and content, live stream videos, things just for people like you so that you don't have to do it on your own or you don't have to spend a great deal of time thinking, right? I want you to do the things that you want to do. You're not out here trying to get a doctorate in entrepreneurship. I've already done that. So just let me do what I do best, which is create content to help you, and then you can absorb it, take it, use it, right? Of course, there are other people that are just like me that are helping people just like you as well. And so find those people. And when you are ready, make the investment in yourself to get to the next level quicker. I know that a lot of times when we're first starting our business, hiring a coach or hiring a consultant or hiring an assistant or hiring, you know, an agency to help us is not at the forefront of our mind. Being an entrepreneur does not mean that you're constantly grinding, constantly hustling, and you're not sleeping, right? Being an entrepreneur means that, like I said earlier, smarter, not harder, especially in this day and age, and there are people that are available to help you. So make those investments, make smart investments so that you can grow your business as quickly as possible, because it is possible. So there you have it. The 10 things that I think you need to know before you take the deep dive into entrepreneurship. I hope that that was helpful, or at the very least got the wheels in your mind turning. If you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to leave a comment or shoot me a message or do any of the things. Find me on social media and I'll talk to you next time. Take care. Hey, so have you checked out my free resources lately? If not, then go to www.drtracytimberlake.com/free resources because I have tons of goodies waiting just for you.